Today we have two very important games before a run of about 5 or 6 games that quite frankly are going to be absolutely impossible. So we need some points today. So let's get into it. Hello everybody, my name is Bragster and welcome back to Outscored, where today we have Burnley and West Ham. We come off the back of the win in the FA Cup against Middlesbrough and the loss against Leicester, a disappointing loss against Leicester, which, to be honest, if I tactically thought about better, we probably could have nicked a draw, maybe even a win in that game. But I didn't. So today we've got Burnley and West Ham. Now these are two games, two must-win games. If we beat, because we play on the Monday, so we play after everyone else pretty much. If we win, we go up into 11th, we go to 31 points, and we go 1 point behind West Ham, which is important when you think about it, because our next game's against West Ham, and if we beat them, that means we go above them. Obviously, they do also have a game in hand, so that might skew things, but we're going to play the narrative that if we win both games today, we end up in the top half, which is quite likely. So let's show you the team we're going to be taking to Burnley. Right, so here is the team we're going to be taking to Burnley. It's Martinez in goal, Hefty, Twanzebe, Mings and Target at the back, with McGinn and Sanson in that midfield, Leon Bailey on the right, El Ghazi on the left, Buendia in the middle, and Danny Ings up top. I think this is the team I'm going to go for. I might just put Trezeguet in there, make 1 or 2 changes just to keep things a bit fresher, just in case. Now, what I need to draw people's attention to is if I put unavailable, Ollie Watkins got injured for 2 to 4 weeks, so that's quite crucial really, because obviously Ollie Watkins and Danny Ings have been switching in and out, which is actually why I might play Arezzo, which is risky business, but that's what I'm going to do. That means that we're going to have Danny Ings and we're going to have El Ghazi for the next match for definite, as long as things go the way we expect them to go, which will hopefully benefit us in the future. But obviously we don't know that for certain, as I'm also going to move Douglas Luiz in there, so we have Sanson. I'm trying to keep things fresh while also playing a good team. So this is the team now. I'm not running through it again. Let's get into it. So this is a huge game in context of the season. I didn't even get time to show you the league table, as we got a free kick very early on. Twanzebe into Buendia. Oh, I thought that was a goal. I went to cheer. Oh, I so thought that was in. So thought that was in, as Leon Bailey puts it in the corner, but it doesn't quite come to anything. But yeah, if you look at it in the context of the season, Burnley are way down there in the relegation zone. They're in 19th position. This should be a win for us. Obviously, Burnley are one of these teams, right? They're traditionally one of those annoying teams that take points off of everyone they play. They really know how to grind out points. What we need to make sure is that we're not one of the teams that they grind points off of, because if that's the case, that obviously puts us a bit behind our rivals, and we can't afford to do that at this stage. We've been playing catch-up for a very, very long time, so we can't afford to drop points that we don't really want to. So that's why this game is so important, as our team are building this up very nicely, as Leon Bailey struck it over the bar. Unfortunately for us, it does go over, and we're shooting from distance a bit more than I probably like, but as it's still early in the match, I don't want to make too many drastic changes and put like work ball into the box or anything like that on, just in case that this is a sign that we're playing well rather than a sign that we're wasting chances. As the ball goes over the top, Leon Bailey puts in an awful cross, but luckily we managed to recover as Leon Bailey gets it again. Leon Bailey, oh, Trezeguet's forwards, Arezzo, he has to put those away, man. I know Arezzo's inexperienced, but he has to put those away. Those are really important chances. As Leon Bailey into Tyrone Mings. That doesn't happen very often. Tyrone Mings absolutely towering over the Burnley defence, who are absolute monsters in themselves. Out of absolutely nowhere, I have to say, Tyrone Mings barely ever does that. Maybe that's a sign of the delivery off of Leon Bailey being top notch and being another level in comparison to what usually is delivered from our corners, because quite clearly Tyrone Mings fancied that one, right? Tyrone Mings really fancied that one, and he absolutely went for it, and damn right he should have done as well, because that was a beautiful headed finish. As Cornet's just chipped Emi Martinez. out of absolutely nowhere, he's just chipped Emi Martinez. Usually, I have some rough idea as to why something happened. Now, apart from the fact that Martinez came off of his line, I don't really know why that happened. That was highly unusual. Hopefully we get another corner that goes perfectly well as Leon Bailey. Tyrone Mings, oh, he's hit the bar again. Oh, I say hit the bar again. He's had another chance, but he hit the bar this time. As that's a bit annoying. Cornet move causing us a bit of trouble there because we didn't really want to concede. I'm not going to lie. That early goal really set me up. But for whatever reason, we just can't put our foot on this game, really. We're making a lot of the chances. So I'm going to make a few changes at half-time, and then hopefully they work out in our favour. But that does mean that we're going to miss Tyrone Mings for our next game. So yeah, at half-time I only made a couple of subtle changes, nothing too major, I have to say. We've just told the boys to play with a bit more tempo, and also from corners, what we're trying to do is pull them to the front post, and we put everyone at the front post. Because we seem to be having a few chances from that front post, so I want to take advantage of that and just cause a few more issues for them at that front post by adding more bodies and particularly focusing in that area. I'm hoping that creates the chances, as Brownhill went way too close from his chance there than I would have liked. As I will demand more of the team, because I'm not gonna lie, we need more than this, as they've put the ball over. That's been cleared off the line. Vidra's shot's been cleared off the line, and we're getting very lucky here against Burnley. Burnley are causing us a few issues, and I don't like that. I'm not going to lie, I really don't like that. And the target's going to come off for Ashley Young. That's an obvious change in my mind. And I think Danny Ings would have to come on for Arezzo. Maybe that poacher's instinct necessarily will help cause a few more issues. As I think we're going to have to go attacking as well. I'm not going to lie. I think it's obvious that we have to go a bit more attacking and really dominate the game. As possession-wise, as we get an opportunity from a corner, Buendia, see what I mean by everyone at that front post, as Ming, Danny Ings with his poacher's instinct. I told you, him for his poacher's instinct is something that we really, really needed. And Buendia put the corner in. Mings couldn't quite get to it, but obviously, as you can see, everyone is at the front post, and Leon Bailey managed to collect the ball. Danny Ings stayed around that 6-yard box, and he puts it into the back of the net. That's exactly what we needed by Danny Ings there. It was the perfect thing that we needed him to do, and we do miss him for the next game, but those 3 points right there are far more important than probably the next game. The next game we can afford to draw. This one we could not, and that's beautiful. Leon Bailey with 2 assists there. It does mean that we do miss Danny Ings and Tyrone Mings for the next game, which I know are two big names really in our team. But that win puts us 1 point behind West Ham. It clears us. We're on 31 points now, so I think it clears us completely from this relegation zone now. Completely, right? If we had lost that game, we would have been about 8 points away. Now we are 12, and that's a complete gear shift. We are definitely pushing for that top half now, and that's exactly what we needed. So we're gonna have to go into this West Ham game, and we're gonna have to cope without Tyrone Mings or Danny Ings. Right, so here is the team we're going to be taking to West Ham. It is Martinez in goal, Hefty, Konza, Twanzebe and Young at the back. We're going to be replacing Matty Target because, not going to lie, he's not been playing well recently. We got McGinn and Sanson in that midfield with Leon Bailey on the right, Algazi on the left, Wendir in the middle and Arezzo up top. Arezzo does have a little niggling injury, but I want to play him because he's much better than Captain Sturridge. Although Captain Sturridge scored in the last match he played for us, I don't really want him on the pitch unless I really need him. So Arezzo's going to take this one. Obviously, Danny Ings and Mings do miss this game. Lambiand will be possibly leaving us. He's going out on loan, and then we're getting the money back that we spent on him. So that's actually quite a good deal. I mean, it doesn't really matter overall because we're not doing a second season, but I always like to play these games as if I was going to carry on. So that's just in case I do decide to, even though I'm not, but just in case I decided to, then that would be then I'd be setting myself up quite nicely. But yeah, that's the team we're going to be taking. Fabio Vieira is coming back, which is nice to see. We haven't really seen much of him. He has had 4 starts and 4 off the bench, but he's never really got going, and he got injured. So he's on the bench today. Hopefully we're in a position so that we can bring him on. But without further ado, let's get into this game. So similar to the last match, this match is hyperly important again. If you look at the table, if we win, we get into the top half, and we go 1 point behind Wolves in 9th. So that would be really, really useful. Let's be honest here. That would be really, really useful. It would put us in a great position to solidify ourselves in the top half in the next few episodes. But we are coming up against some big opposition, which I will show you at the end of this episode in the coming weeks. So we need to put ourselves in a position where we can afford to drop a few points, because we will end up dropping a few. As Leon Bailey's going forward, it's into Hefty, into Bailey, into Al Ghazi, and it's into the back of the net. We're 8 minutes in, and we're 1-0 up against our rivals in the league in West Ham, and that is the perfect start, I have to say. Leon Bailey is really coming into his own recently, similar to Buendia. And Al Ghazi, the reason why we dropped him for the last match was so he was fit for this match. He just seemed, those 3 in the attack just are absolutely destroying teams at the moment, and I'm absolutely here for it. I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. You know, it's the fact that having the likes of Arezzo, Ings and Watkins is not... Like, I thought going into this club that at the start of this series, that what was going to happen was I was going to have to rely on my strikers, and that them two were going to have to switch in and out. What I wasn't expecting was that it was actually going to be my attacking midfielders that are doing all the switching and swapping into different combinations of the 3 of them, because all of them are so bloody good that they keep scoring and keep assisting for each other. So as Vlasic is going forward, this is not good, and Martinez with some questionable goalkeeping, but does get away with it in a way, and we do go 10th with if it stays as it is. And as you can see, it's so tight between us 4 teams, but then it puts us in a position where we could possibly nick that seat against we can possibly nick that Wolves spot, is what I'm trying to say, in that 9th position. As Buendia, oh, he gets close. But yeah, so we're hoping to get that 9th position away from Wolves. We want to claw that away from them. And West Ham have opened the door. West Ham have fallen off recently, have started dropping points as Ashley Young goes really, really close, actually. I thought that was going in for a second. But West Ham recently have been falling off and dropping points, and we've taken advantage of that, and we keep gaining points, luckily for us. But I mean, it puts us in a really good position, and if we need to keep this up. Now we're dominating possession yet again, which, I mean, could we go more attacking? I mean, yeah, I mean, let's... Oh, did you see that go to very attacking then? Because I saw it. So basically, my two mentalities when I'm dominating possession, right? And if we concede very early on, then I'm look like an idiot. But I'm hoping it's a chance to us and not them. If it is a chance to them, I might panic. But when you're dominating possession with this tactic, right? There are 2 ways you can go about it. You can either go more attacking or up the tempo. Now, given the fact that they're going to get an opportunity... Oh, this is making me nervous at the start. I mean, if we get a goal at the end of it, I'll feel okay, but I don't feel like we will. As Al Ghazi puts it into Arezzo, and maybe it is us that will get a goal out of this, as it's into Ashley Young now. And yeah, so those are your 2 options. You either go more attacking or you up the tempo. I've decided to go more attacking. Gives Al Ghazi... Oh my God, that is awful goalkeeping by Areola. I think that was a goal. I'm not going to lie. Michael Oliver's checking it. It's disallowed. Areola's gotten away with that massively there, because that was poor goalkeeping. Is he offside? Those lines looked a bit dodged to me. If we end up losing this game, or they end up coming back into this, we're going to have another look at that. But that seemed very, very dodgy to me. I'm not going to lie. Those lines didn't look drawn properly. As Antonio's going forward, I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. Okay, we're going back to positive, and we're up in the tempo instead. That's what we're doing, because attacking is attacking can leave you open a bit too much, that's exactly what it was doing. So we've decided to go positive rather than attacking, and just up that tempo just a little bit, and it seems to have calmed things down just a little bit. I don't usually go attacking. As Bailey into Al Ghazi, that's another Al Ghazi goal. Is this one allowed? Give it to me. Come on. Come on. You've disallowed one. They've given me the other, and we go 2-0 up against West Ham. Give me the early payout now. Give me the early payout. And yeah, I mean, this is perfect. This is turned into a perfect episode. The fact that Bailey set up Al Ghazi. I mean, the lines on that one are a bit dodgy as well, aren't they? But those ones were dodgy in my favour, unlike the other one. But that's absolutely perfect. We want Al Ghazi to be the one scoring the goals, because let's be honest here, if he's the one scoring the goals, we only miss one player going into the next game. So with that in mind, we're going to bring Campton Sturridge onto the pitch, and maybe Vieira, maybe bring on Vieira for Emi Buendia, who's not having the best game, so he's probably not having the most impact on the game. So if we take him off, it shouldn't change too much, but obviously it still could. As Antonio goes over the top, I've lost my voice. I've completely lost my voice as they've scored. I'm going to have to take a swig of my drink here. You can watch the replay. Jesus Christ, I completely lost my voice for a second. But that was a classic ball over the top, and it's into the back of the net. Antonio with the goal. I don't really know what left us open there. I will make the tactical changes, even though I probably shouldn't have done, really. But I will make them. As time is ticking away, they're not getting another opportunity, and we keep them to 2-1. That does bring us to the end of the game. They only had one shot on target, but it was a very good opportunity. There wasn't any real clear-cut chances either way, but the one positive is Al Ghazi was on form, and we only miss Al Ghazi for the next game, so that means everyone comes back, and that's absolutely perfect for us. As we go into 10th, we go into the top half for the first time this season. We're in the top half, and we've gotten into the top half at a crucial point. Everyone's on the same amount of games apart from West Ham, who do have a game in hand. Understandably, we probably will end up outside of the top half the next time we play, but it does put us in a position where we could take advantage. We could capitalise on these opportunities and finish in the top half, which is exactly what we want, because we have an easier run towards the end, but we have a chunk in a minute, which I will show you, where we're in a bit of trouble. Speaking of that chunk, here it is. Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle, Liverpool, Manchester United. After that, we have Brentford, Wolves, Palace, Norwich, Watford, Leeds, Brighton. As I said, the last bit should be easy, and we should guarantee ourselves the top half. What's important is these 4 league games here, and maybe the cup game. Hopefully we can go on a cup run. Next episode will be Liverpool and Arsenal. Arsenal in that top 6, maybe we can try and claw Arsenal into this battle and hopefully maybe nick a European spot off of somebody. It's not going to happen, but we can dream. And then obviously we're upcoming against Liverpool, Man United are coming up as well. These are our final big games in terms of the big teams, so fingers crossed we can we can get some good results in here to take that momentum into the next bit, and hopefully it doesn't completely tank our morale. But yeah, Liverpool and Arsenal in the next episode. That was a good episode for us, winning both games 2-1. Were they comfortable? No. But did they give us the results we wanted? Yes. But that brings us to an end for this episode. Do put your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure you do hit that like button if you are enjoying the series, as we are nearing the end now. I do have plans in the future, and we'll talk about future plans when we get closer to the time. But as you can see, we're in the last little bit of the scrolly thing, so you know we're nearing towards the end. So make sure to hit that like button to tell me that you still are enjoying this series. And if you're new here, please do subscribe, because what the hell are you doing if you're not subscribed? You might miss an episode, and you really don't want to do that. And yeah, I shall see all of you in the next video. See ya. Good luck editing, Connor, with editing all those bloody coughs out. Jesus Christ.